Friends, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to those we lost in the wars that rage in our land. Some were with us on the front lines, others behind the scenes. We honor all our dead today who sacrificed their lives so we can carry on the work of fighting for a better tomorrow. First, we honor a young woman, gone far too early, one of our own here in Saltspire, Karina Zenwaren. Charlemagne Viff Broom will say some words.
It's no surprise that Karina and I were not the best of friends. But she took care of my family when I could not. And though it's odd to say now, she's become somewhat of a sister. I don't know if there is any right words that I could say to make this any easier, but she was loved by those who knew her, hated by some who did, but she always proved that she was worth having around. It is with a heavy heart that she is gone now, and that I don't have the opportunity to say thank you, and I'm sorry for not giving you a chance much earlier. Though she's gone, I know that she will be held within our hearts for a very long time, because she did not deserve to go. And Karina, I'm sorry, but we will honor your memory the best that we can.
Char, as you go to head back to your seat, you see your parents who deferred to you to say words because they were not ready to speak, stand up. And your father almost seems to be supporting your mother in this, but as they take a few steps forward towards you, they look up and through the tears they smile at you, and they walk up to the pyre that is set up for Karina, and they place a bouquet of flowers on her chest, and they are made up of some of those blue flowers that guided you both home when you returned to Saltspire. And your father takes out a little drum that he had slung over his shoulder, and he looks over towards your mother, and she takes a deep breath, and she nods at him, and he starts drumming just the lightest rhythm, and she starts to sing. And she sings about loss, and she sings about hope, and she sings about seeing your friends and family again. And even though she's in the pit of despair right now, even though you know how much her heart is breaking, still, they put on this performance that reminds you of who they are. They're not just bards. They're the bards. And when they finish, there's no applause. There's just a silence that settles. Your father slings the drum back over his shoulder. He guides your mother back to the seat next to you, and they sit with you. Your mom reaches over to hold your hand. Father Altair heads back up in front of the crowd, and he says, "And now we're going to have the headmistress of Stellium Academy, Eva Bellaristos, say a few words about her friend, Zima Argent." And you see Ristos stands up. She was sitting right in the front, and she brushes invisible wrinkles out of her clothing, clearly more unsure of herself than either of you have ever seen her, even before you were going to certain death in this fight. And she walks up in front of the pyre for Zima, and she doesn't turn to the crowd. She doesn't address any of you. She's talking directly to Zima. And she says, in a voice that's almost too low for anybody else to hear it, Zima, you were my friend. You were brilliant, and now you're gone. And I'm left here to carry on without you, and it isn't fair. It should have been me. She takes a moment. But you're not gone for nothing. And I'll make sure that those responsible are punished. Goodbye, my friend. And you see, she takes off of her hand some ring that she's wearing, and she lifts Zima's hand and places the ring on her finger, and then crosses her hands back over Zima's chest. And then she leans forward and whispers something that nobody else in the crowd can hear. And then she walks back to her seat and sits down. And Father Altair says, and now we'll have Zamira Kaltain say a few words for her mother Dahlia.
And I walk up, and I take a minute, and I look at my mother, and it takes a little time for me to speak. And when I do, it's a little cold, but we never understood each other. Maybe you did love me in your way. Maybe you didn't have a choice. Maybe I should have tried harder. All I know is I survived, and for better or worse, that's in large part because of you. Thank you for that gift, and in return, I'm going to release us both from any further bonds or expectations. And then I just shake my head and back away.
Zem, as you back away, you happen to glance towards the back of the crowd, and you see your father standing there. He came today. He makes no move to approach you, and there is a moment where you lock eyes, and then he quickly glances away from you. But you sit back down in your seat. Father Altair stands up and says, and now we will deliver them to the flames. And a few of the people who, for lack of a better term, these like altar boys, come forward with the flames, and they light each of the pyres that start to burn. And in that moment, Zem, you glance up, and you're kind of pulled out of this daydream, this memory that you were thinking of. A single tear just rolling down your cheek, wondering what could have been. And you glance out from the deck of this ship that you've been traveling on for about a day now, out of this vast sea of stars that stretches out around you in all directions. Behind you, you see the glowing light of Vela, of the world where you've lived for 2 decades. And before you, a tiny prick of purple light off in the distance. Your destination. Lyra. Cut in the music! Or whatever our music sounds like. welcome everybody to episode 64 of Slay the Stars, our first episode of Arc 2. There's no recap here. This is all new. Let's get into it. Zem, you were just roused from your daydream, taking in the expanse around you. You're on a starship, for lack of a better term. You see near you a couple of the people who have come along on this journey, Kai, Luteo, some new faces, Dashara, as well as Shar. Shar, what are you up to?
He's probably sitting on the deck trying to play the lyre.
How's that going for you? Roll me a performance check.
I can read, I swear. 12, 16.
All right. Zem, you've been listening to Shar practice the lyre for a week, 2 weeks now since you've been preparing for this journey. It sounds pretty good today. That's not true every day. So.
Doing better.
Thanks.
So, describe your day. What does it look like? This is your first full day out here on your starship, traveling to Lyra. You never would have guessed that this is where you would be a year ago.
I'm probably gonna explore the ship.
Okay.
Every room I can find, just looking around, seeing what things do. This is our first full day.
This is your first full day, yes.
Yeah. I'm searching the ship.
All right. So, this looks very much like a pirate galleon ship, but with no sails. The orb is powering the ship, and when it is in its pedestal, it radiates out this bubble of energy that seems to be protecting you from the elements, giving you breathable air, keeping it fresh here. There is a helmet that can be used to pilot the ship. And that is something that usually Kai takes care of. Though you are always welcome to try to fly the ship yourself if that is something you choose to do. There is a cabin on the top deck that is Kai's cabin where she keeps her stuff and herself so that she can always be near the orb, because she has been entrusted as the caretaker of the orb by Headmistress Ristos. Your cabins are below deck. What does your cabin look like?
Good question. I feel like it probably looks a lot like my room did at Stellium.
Okay.
Kind of standard, but like there's a desk. So like there's a bed, but like the desk is bigger.
Sure.
That kind of thing. A lot of books, a lot of like supplies along that route. Pretty basic. Didn't really go all out there, but I will say that the bed itself probably has like a super soft like blanket and like a lot of pillows, that kind of thing, because it's like the one spot in this room that is maybe a little lush. But other than that, it's, you're a basic desk, a basic chair, and then like the books and papers and ink well and all that.
Okay. As well, on the lower deck of the ship, you have a large like common area with like seating for everybody, as well as a work table for you all to have meetings. There's an area that's like a little kitchenette for you all to cook meals for each other. And then there is a third level, the lowest level of the ship, which is where you have your supplies that were brought along with you. Your food, your drinkable water, some medical supplies.
So the third level is like the bottom, and then the second level is where our cabins are, and the first level is top side.
Correct.
Okay. So there's 5 rooms then?
Yes.
And then, no, 4 rooms. And then Kai's room.
Yes, there's 4 rooms on the middle deck. There's 1 on the top deck.
Okay.
And then there's the large space in the bottom.
And then, so just so that I understand the layout, is the common area like between rooms, or is
I picture it being like 2 rooms on each side, and then the common area is just the area at the bottom. So the steps leading down from the top deck go directly into the common area on the second level.
And is that like all open between the kitchenette,
Yes, it's all open. Open floor plan. You know?
Got it. Just making sure.
What about you, Shar? What does your cabin look like?
Pretty simple. There is a hammock. He doesn't have a bed, so that he could utilize more space.
Mm-hmm.
There is a desk, but the desk has just shit all over it. Nothing in particular order because he doesn't use it much. But there is a space on the wall that he did kind of create a like holder for the lyre.
I love it.
And not like a punching bag, but a punching bag.
Okay.
Like it's not like one that hangs from like the ceiling. It's just kind of like a block of wood to train with. It's not meant to be punched.
But he does.
Yes.
Definitely punches it. All right.
Ow.
And how are the 2 of you feeling, given everything that has transpired, given where you are right now? Are you talking? Is there an air of merriment on this ship, or is it very stoic?
I don't think I'd go so far as to say merriment, but I also don't think it's stoic. I think that it's like a sense of purpose and excitement, but not in like a we're going to Disney World way, but like in a we have our heading. I just quoted 2 Disney things once, but whatever. Like we know where we're going. And we have a plan, and it feels good to have gotten this much done and survived this long. That's what I think.
Yeah. I think like most of this being the first day, experimenting with the fact that like we are kind of on like a plane jumper ship. Shar is probably experimenting with the gravity a lot. Just to like I know that if we're taking the rules as written, he can technically jump off the front of the ship like at a running jump, and it would innately pull him back towards the ship. So he's kind of experimenting if he does have to do that, like how long it's going to take to get back.
Okay. Interesting.
I imagine like the first time or two that like any of these experiments took place, Zamira was like, "What the are you doing?" And then like the scientific brain kicks in, like, well, what about this weight object? What about this?
Oh yeah, like they were experimenting throwing shit off of the ship, like just to see how fast they could throw it, like a dagger or something, and it just innately started to pull back to the ship.
Right.
So, Zem, while you're out exploring, and Shar, while you are playing the lyre, you would notice that Dashara, who is an orc woman, tall, 7'2", built, she is standing near the front of the ship at the very edge, and she has a fishing pole.
Is she facing out then? She's not.
She's facing out, yes.
I want to try to sneak up on her.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
I threw it. Shit. Ooh. Let's see.
Shar starts playing sneaky music on the lyre.
19. Nice. Hilarious. 19.
All right. So as you approach her, you get just behind her, and the board just squeaks ever so lightly. And she's like, "Oh, you almost had me that time."
If she turns around to look at me, my arm's like this because I was going to smack her in the ass.
She doesn't turn around at all. Are you still going to smack her ass? So she's like, "Oh, you almost had me." And then crack, you hit her. And she just spins around and looks at you. And The two of you have only known each other for about a week.
And they're already playing smack ass?
And you're already playing smack ass. She looks at you and she tries to look annoyed, but there's like a laugh on her face.
I had to get you back. You got me so good yesterday.
You're getting better. You're getting better every day, honestly.
I will beat you one of these days.
I doubt it. Do you think we can catch anything out there?
What are you talking about? I'm just gonna like walk up and like put my arms on the rail or whatever, the edge, and look over. What do you mean?
Do you think it's empty?
No, I don't.
So I say again, do you think we can catch things out there?
Maybe with like a giant net.
But I mean, if there are giant things, maybe there are small things too.
No, I just mean like a big net because it's so vast around us, not necessarily that we'd catch something giant.
What kind of bait do you think you would use to catch something out there?
I mean, like on reaping day, we just used like a
Shark
didn't
twitches.
need bait.
What's reaping day?
I mean, like you know how you need like components
For what? Like
spell,
like a house, like
for
oh,
spell
this is
casting.
a spell thing. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, like you've got a school full of students. It's not always easy to come by naturally. Sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do.
Zamira, are you a sociopath?
No, it's quick.
Kind of sounds like something a sociopath would say.
No, they would enjoy the pain, I've heard.
She looks at you with her eyes wide. Your people tried to say that the orcs are barbaric. What?
I never said that.
I said your people, not you. I know you're cool. Look, it's gonna take me a while to be like okay with the Empire now, okay?
It's fair. I get it.
I just think it can't be empty, you know? 64 episodes in and we will never stop tormenting him. I think we should try to catch stuff.
I don't know how, but I mean,
What if there's like wild space fish?
space fish. That's an oxymoron. You have space fish.
It's a fish that lives in space. I thought that made sense based on the name. Space fish.
I mean, okay. Why don't you cast a net?
What? Do you have
Drop a
anything I could use
line.
as bait? Anything you've reaped recently?
I haven't reaped anything recently.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is God speaking. You don't have a bag full of feathers?
I mean, you just want some feathers?
Well, yeah, you make lures out of feathers and stuff,
I don't
right?
know. Listen, my father was a fisherman, but that was not something that I ever cared about. Hold on, and I'm gonna like trudge downstairs to my room.
Okay. Sure, what are you doing while this all is happening?
Laughing my ass off. So he is going to probably go and look for, hold on. I lost my page. Luteo.
Okay. You find Luteo downstairs, starting to prepare some food for dinner.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, sure. You can help.
I'll help make dinner, I guess.
Thanks. We might as well use up these fresh vegetables before they go bad, so
True.
I was thinking salads tonight. Maybe a little bit. We have a little bit of fresh beef left that we could use up.
Yeah, well, we kind of have to, so.
Yeah. So I'll start cooking the meat. You start chopping vegetables.
Works for me.
So you start working and it gets quiet. and then Shar, your social anxiety is telling you it's too quiet, and then it's awkward, and then every once in a while Luteo's looking over at you, but then can't think of anything to say, so he quickly looks back at his food that he's cooking.
uh, so, how are you holding up?
I'm doing pretty well. We've only been gone a day, so like this is all really scary. I don't I don't actually know like what to think about all of this though, because like okay, so dwarves, like we used to live like in the mountain, you know?
Hmm.
And we haven't done that for a while, but I think there's still something innate in us that feels a little like, whoa, when we're out like in spaces that are really big. And now I'm in like the biggest space that you can be in, right? And so I feel like I'm just gonna float off the ship or fall off and float away.
So, like, reverse claustrophobia?
Yeah, it's reverse claustrophobia.
Okay. I mean, so all the plains then are your mountains from now on.
That's deep. He's
Yeah,
like,
man. He cuts a tomato.
Deep in the mountain.
But maybe there's like space mountains for you to explore.
Apparently, the
Wait.
space fish.
Space mountains?
Mm.
What would they be made? Like
Really
like
fun
you mean like
ride.
small
What are these made of? This is not that kind of lettuce.
There's so many layers.
Okay. But like for real though, like do you think there's like mountains and like places out here? It's not just like empty between here and there. There could be like other places.
I mean, why wouldn't there be?
You were in school, man.
They don't know anything about this place though.
Yeah, fucking space.
That nobody's ever been to outer space as far as they know.
I mean, I think the gods would be pretty boring if they didn't put something else up here.
You think the gods put stuff out here?
Well, I don't know if they did. And he kind of like looks out the window.
What if things just like you know those things that are back home that are kind of like destroying everything and like ripping things apart?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's just like remnants like floating? Like we could find like dead worlds out here and stuff?
Shar knowing full well that that's probably what's happening versus like, I mean, maybe. I did not roll high on deception. Hold on. 8. Did you also roll an 8?
No, well, I rolled a 7, so he has a 10 total. I mean, now I'm kind of freaking myself out a little bit. We should change the subject.
Yeah, right. Tomatoes. I think we're running. I'm gonna go grab some more tomatoes.
Yeah, grab some
He runs
tomatoes.
down to the third deck below.
Zem. In the meantime, what feathers are you bringing back up to the deck?
So, like, I emerge from my room and I see, like, the awkwardness of whatever's happening over there, and I just kind of chuckle, and I go, ooh, and I run upstairs. And then when I get upstairs, I'm like, okay, this is what I found. Ready? And, like, I cupped both hands to my body, and so, like, I try to, like, open it without losing things. And in my hands, there's 2 bells, 3 feathers, a bronze thread, a stick, a bit of amber, and then a dozen teeth. All kinds of teeth.
Deshara looks down and she's like, this is so cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We could make the coolest lore with this. I don't know what we'll catch with it. But
Yeah,
like,
I don't know either. I don't know how this works. But
You said lore, and I thought Lore. I'm like, wow, yeah, this is pretty much our approach to everything. We could make the coolest lore. There's some twigs, there's some teeth. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
You're fine.
so then I'm like, okay, so I think if we start with this feather.
Yeah. And then we take the thread and we thread it through here. Do you want to help me?
Yeah, sure. If you hold this piece, I can take the thread and I can, okay, wrap it around like that. You have to move your thumb.
I can't, but if I move my thumb, then the feather's going to fall.
It won't fall.
It's going to fall.
It won't fall. Just see, look.
Fine, I'm going to move. It doesn't fall. It's fine.
I told you. I've never made a lure before, but I've made a lot of weird shit.
I don't even know if I want to know. I don't want to know what you're talking about.
All right, so here, this tooth has like a little hook to it. So like, I think I'm gonna add it like this.
While the two of you are there working on this, Kai comes walking up to you and she's like, What are you working on? Arts and crafts time?
I mean, kind of.
Oh my gosh, and you have all kinds of cool stuff there.
Yeah, do you have more?
I mean, of course I do. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Opens bag of holding.
She runs back to her cabin. She's gone for a couple seconds. When she comes back, she's like, I didn't bring a ton of stuff because I didn't know how much space. Anyway, the giant ship. Anyway, here. And she pulls out of her, pocket that she just brought over, a couple bits of like different colored stones.
Okay.
There is one that's sort of like purple, and then there's one of those like moss agate things that are like that, like clear but like a little opaque with like the green moss running through it. And there's actual like bits of moss that she brought over, and some leaves and some petals from different flowers. And she's like, I have a lot of like really like natural stuff. Oh, and this, and she brings up, there's this one fang she has that's probably about as long as a person's thumb.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Okay. So, I'm not actually sure.
Did you find it? Or
I did.
Oh, okay.
So the one day I went out for a walk and I found this dead deer in the woods. And in it was this tooth, like it had gotten broken off. And I took the tooth, but I could never figure out what it went to. It's too big to be like, like a wolf or something. And I lived in that forest for so long. I never saw any. This was like a saber-toothed tiger.
Well, I mean, can I see it?
Yeah, here.
So I'm going to look at it, and I want to look at both ends. So like, I'm going to like touch my finger to like the tip. Like, how sharp is it?
If you're not careful, you will cut yourself.
I mean, I would have approached it like scientifically, whatever, like, I guess kind of cautiously. But then I'm going to
extremely sharp.
Yeah, it's very sharp.
I'm going to flip it over, and I want to look to see, like, is it jagged and broken? Like, is it possible that it broke before the actual end of the tooth, or does it look like it was yanked out of the jaw?
It is jagged and broken. It looks like it was busted off. This tooth could have been even longer.
Oh, my. Okay. Yeah, this thing is scary big.
Yeah.
Is it, like, I'm going to not the two sharp ends, but, like, in the middle. Like, I'm pinching it because I want to see if it has any give.
There's no give.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, and I brought this over to make it a little easier. And she has like a mechanical drill that has like a little drill bit that you like crank this handle and it like spins really fast. It takes a little while, but you can use it to make holes to make threading things easier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll work for these teeth too. These teeth, they're little.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably work on the big one, too. It's just going to take you the better part of the evening to get it done.
Okay. And so then we go about doing all of those things.
Okay. So, Shar, whenever the two of you finish cooking and you come back up to the top deck, you see these three women just bent over something in the center of the ship that they seem to be working on, like, very intently.
Like, crouched over the floor because we brought no table.
Yeah, no, they're just on the ground.
You good?
Yeah, you want to see?
Sure. He approaches cautiously.
Sam, describe what Shar sees.
There's like bits of thread everywhere. And little like pieces of feather and like a powder, like white powder kind of everywhere. That would be tooth dust. And just, I don't know, like it is a very, it looks like something perhaps a very large cat might have thrown up. Like, it is all wrapped and, like, weird. And then I put a bell on the end of it.
So you guys making like a necklace or
Does this look like a necklace?
Yeah, Shar. Does this look like a necklace?
I feel like the obvious answer is going to get me hit, so no.
Well, I
What
feel
what are you
like
making?
it definitely does not look like a necklace.
Well, that's the thing. He has no idea.
It's a fishing lure.
For what?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I got lost in the project.
I'm gonna put it on the end of my fishing pole. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast it out from the ship, and I'm gonna see if I catch anything out there.
Oh. Okay. And how long have you guys been at this?
Oh, maybe like an hour, hour and a half. Why?
Just curious. He kind of goes over to the fishing pole, takes a little ball bearing, ties it up, casts light on it, and chucks it into the ocean. Not the fishing pole itself, just like the ball bearing.
Okay.
The ocean of space.
Yeah, he walks away.
You toss it out there, and you all watch the light of the ball bearing sort of like go out, and then it kind of like it sinks down an arc.
Well, have fun. And he kind of he turns and walks away.
All right. I think this is as done as it's gonna get.
All right. Wait. Did you need us for a reason?
No, it's just letting you guys know that, food was done, so
Oh, cool. I'm super hungry. Do you want to go eat?
I mean, I guess.
We can go fishing after we eat.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Kai's like, yeah, I'm hungry. So everybody heads downstairs to the common area and sits down for some steak, some salads. As you're all sitting down, Luteo speaks up and is like, I don't think we've really discussed what we're gonna, like, how long is this gonna take? What are we gonna do if we run out of food?
I mean, someone seems to think they can space fish, so.
Dashara's like, I mean, yeah, I can totally space fish. I don't know, stuff out there.
Was there also some
You have
wine?
something to say, Shar? You have something to say over there?
No, you know what? I'm just speaking of that. I think I'm gonna go check on the lore. He kind of like backs away from the fucking conversation.
At that point in time, though, I would like for you both to roll me perception checks.
15.
15.
Oh. 6. On brand.
Zem, you're too busy giggling about this whole conversation between Dashara and Shar. Shar, you go to back away from everything for a moment, and you hear a noise that sounds like something settling.
When you say settled, do you mean like something landed on the ship?
No. Hold on.
Or like below us, something moved?
Yes, I'm going to describe it in more detail in a second. Shar, you hear the sound of something settling, a bump below you in the storage area. Could be things moving about. Could be something else.
I think we had a bottle of wine downstairs. I'm gonna go check it out. And he kind of like creeps downstairs. He's gonna stealth.
Oh yeah, everything I know about fishing, alcohol is involved, according to my father.
Dashara's like, oh, your dad sounds really cool. Fishing, drinking. It's a cool dad.
Yeah, you'd think so. And I shove like food into my face. Just like a big ass chunk of steak.
I mean, with a fisherman as a dad, you never go hungry, and You know, you spend a lot of quality time together on a boat, just fishing and.
And I'm gonna like try to talk around this giant steak in my mouth, like, but I'm not really saying much of anything. I'm just mm-hmm.
Oh, do you miss him? Is that why? I'm sorry, I should stop talking about this. I don't want to bring up sad feelings.
Like my eyes like narrow, like on her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She goes, so she's taken a huge portion of steak and just like a couple leaves of lettuce. And she like takes a big bite of the steak and she puts like one leaf of lettuce on it and she eats it. She's like, ugh, the green stuff. It spoils everything else.
Did we get Ron Swanson?
Is she green?
She is green, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. Green stuff can do that.
I feel personally attacked right now.
I'm gonna fling a piece of steak at her.
Hold on. I'm gonna make a. It hits her like right in the forehead. She tries to catch it, hits her in the forehead. What did you roll for yourself?
Natural 20.
Also, roll me a perception check for when you get down there then.
19?
You head down the stairs. You don't make a sound. You don't immediately see anything that has moved or is moving. Seems quiet down here.
Instead of like walking through the barrels of stuff, he's going to jump into the rafters and try to like stay off of the floor.
Okay.
And just kind of wait.
Okay.
Like maybe it was the ship moving. That's fine. Like he's just going to wait a second. Keeping an eye out.
Okay.
And like if nothing moves in the next like 5 minutes, he's just going to go back upstairs.
Okay. You sit. You wait. It's quiet. Nothing seems to be moving down here.
All right. Okay.
Shar hasn't come back yet, Zem. And it's just long enough that you start to wonder, like, should I go check on him? When all of a sudden you feel the ship lurch to the left a little bit.
That was weird. I'm just kind of like...
And you feel it as well in the rafters downstairs.
Oh, fuck.
Hands out, like, balance for a second. And then I'm gonna, like, listen. Do I hear anything?
You don't hear anything at first. And then you feel, like, the lurch forward of the ship.
I'm gonna look at everyone that I'm sitting with. That feels not normal.
Kai's like, I think I need to go upstairs and check on things.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. What are you doing, Shar?
At that point, he's...
Actually, when we get to the stairs, I'm gonna be like, stop fucking around, Shar.
He comes up with a bottle. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we'll say all of you go rushing up to the top deck at the same time. And what you see are two bright white apparitions. They're almost hard to look at. One of them has like a more feminine physique with long flowing hair, but everything is white except for the outlines of these like purplish eyes. And the other person is almost just like a very androgynous, no hair, just outline of a human. And they've picked up the helm for the ship. And they're inspecting it and looking at it. And they turn and see all of you coming up to the top deck. What is your reaction?
I'm assuming I'm the last one up.
Hi, that's...
Probably, but just because of like the nature of everybody going up at the same time.
Okay.
Hi, Hi? Who are you? Welcome to our ship. That doesn't belong to you.
Is this a space fish?
The feminine presence is the one holding the helm. And when you start speaking, you can't see a facial expression except for the eyes narrow a bit. And it drops the helm onto the ship, and the whole ship just sort of like lurches again from this thing being maneuvered in a strange way. and it starts to move towards you. And you know what? I'm going to have everybody roll initiative now.
That's fair. Get advantage.
That's great. What'd you get, Zem?
10.
What'd you get, Shar?
13. Not trash this time. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not letting it get super near me, but I'm also not aggressive to start with.
Okay. Okay. Well, Shar, you are up first. You hear Zem speaking to something, but you can't see. You're kind of at the bottom of the ladder.
He's gonna maneuver through the hallway to like kind of jump over everybody.
Okay. You can do that. Well, so it takes half your movement to do so.
That's fine.
And when you get to the top deck, you see Zem standing there cautiously talking to this thing, and the feminine presence is moving towards Zem.
He's gonna cast spiritual weapon in front of the person, like when somebody sticks up like a sword to stop, but it's a lute.
Okay. Okay, okay. Do you say anything as you're casting it? That's
Yes, I know I'm very southern, but it's fine.
But you're not attacking, you're just putting
Correct.
it there first. Okay.
If it goes through it though, 100%.
Zem, you're up next.
I'm gonna try to basically say the same thing, like, "Hello, welcome to our ship. Who are you?"
Yeah. Also,
but
he's like circling them. By the way.
Okay.
but in Sylvan, Celestial. Sorry.
Okay. Perfect. It's turn now. It tilts. The rest of the NPCs are kind of just watching, and Dashara's like, Zem, should we kill it? What are we gonna do? Very much confused. I imagine you're just like, shut up.
Yeah, like we can't just stab everything that we don't know.
I mean, we could.
And this thing walks up to the lute, and it puts its hand out to touch it, and its
Bludgeoning
hand
damage.
goes through it. And so it looks confused, but it walks up to you, Zem.
I wouldn't let it. Like, if it's within like 5 steps of me, I would start taking steps backwards, like,
Okay.
and put my hand up, like, no, please, no.
Okay. Well, as you're doing that, it is going to walk up to you. I need you to make me a DC 14 charisma saving throw.
You.
Come on, sorcerer. You're good at this.
I'm trying to pick one. Charisma save. 20.
Okay.
You didn't roll your portents yet, did you?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Roll them portents before we get too deep into this.
9 and 19.
Them's good portents. Zem, you feel this weird thing as this presence puts its hands on your shoulder and seems to almost try to step into your body. And that is what you see, Shar, is this thing trying to walk through Zem? Into Zem? You're not sure. But it's immediately pushed backwards, and its eyes get this, like, angry flare to it. And the other presence starts to move forward as well.
Does it feel like? I mean, like, it feels like like anyone else trying to grab me by the shoulders, or
No, it feels like, so instead of having like that pressure on your skin, it feels like having something like a numb cold sensation entering your shoulders.
okay. Is there also pressure, or no pressure, just that sensation?
No pressure, just that sensation. Roll me an Arcana check.
13.
It was trying to possess you.
Fucker. All right, so I'm just gonna say. So my action was trying to talk to it.
Well, no, now, so that was its turn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah, and
Mine
now
was
it's
over.
Char's turn. Char, you watch this happen.
Yeah, loots away.
All right.
So bonus action, it moves towards it and attacks it, which would be... Where'd you go? I just saw it. It was right there. It's right there. 1d8. So that is 8 force damage.
All right.
And as an action, guiding bolt.
All right, go for it.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 1, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 radiant.
So you throw this guiding bolt out. You hit this thing in the chest, and the light just seems to be absorbed into the thing's body.
Hate that. But he is getting closer.
All right. Next up is Zem.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm mad. Did you just try to possess me? I'm gonna say, as I cast, if I can find it. Okay. I will cast Chill Touch at the one in front of me that tried to possess me.
Go for it.
And it's to look like a slap to the face.
Do it.
How about you?
And this... That is a 17.
That hits.
And... You and you. 7 points of necrotic damage.
All right. This time you do. You hit it right across the face, and it kind of tilts its head and looks up at you, and you actually see this purple glow to that area of its face spread out, and now it looks super pissed.
So then as my bonus action... Oh, that's not a fucking bonus action. Okay. Nope.
All right. So, the other apparition moves towards you, Char. And I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Fuck
DC
you.
14.
Oh! Natural 20.
God damn it.
So 19.
This is supposed to be the time.
This is my arc.
This is my arc. It's my turn. So, Char, you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And you, for a moment, you feel this thing reach into your chest, and it feels like it grabs a hold of something inside of you. And there's this moment where your breath catches, and then you're able to push this thing out of you, and it stumbles back a little bit. Zem, the one in front of you, all of a sudden just erupts in this radiant explosion of this shimmering oil slick light. That is a 15 to hit you.
I'm gonna react and shield.
So 15 does not hit you anymore.
Correct.
All right. I also need you to make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw, though.
Okay, hang on 1 second because I forgot to mark off that spell, and if I don't mark it, I won't mark it.
No, you're good.
And I'm sorry, what throw? I mean, what save?
DC 14 wisdom.
Is she blind?
Balls. I'm gonna risk it, and I'm not gonna use my portents, and it was a 3.
Okay, so Zem, you throw up this shield, shielding yourself from the damage, but in so doing, you look directly at this light and you are blinded for a minute. At the end of your turn, though, you can try to save again. So, top of the round, we are back to Shar.
Bonus action, attack on the one next to Zem
Okay.
for the spirit weapon. 14 plus 8, 9 plus 9.
I need to roll that recharge. It did not recharge. Okay.
So that's 1d8 plus 4. 11. No, sorry, 9. 9 force damage.
Okay.
And then 2 wooden katanas to the face on the one in front of me.
Do it.
10. I need to stop using this dice. I can't read it. 18 to hit.
Yep.
And more. So I'm assuming that is that. So 1d8, 2d8, 2, 8, so 10 plus, so 18.
Okay.
18 magic bludgeoning damage.
That was quite the hit. You rock this thing, and it's
2
weird.
attacks per turn, baby.
Yeah, whenever you swing your katana through this thing, it's not like you're hitting something solid. It almost feels like you're swinging through something a little thicker than Jello. So your katana is cutting through it, and with the second swing, it feels a little easier. Like every bit of damage you're doing is making this thing less corporeal. And Zem, it is your turn.
So you said at the end of my turn or at the end of the round?
At the end of your turn, I believe. At the end of each of your turns, yes.
And how big is like the? Because we didn't talk about that before.
Oh, it's the size of like an average human.
I'm sorry, the space that we're in.
Oh, I mean, you're at the top of the ship now, so I mean, as large as the deck of the ship is, maybe like
An open galleon.
yeah. How wide is it? Like 40 feet across or something? I don't know.
Okay, and
pretty
how
big.
close is Shar to me? More than 15 feet away or less than 15 feet
I
away?
can't believe he got that much further away from
I
you.
mean, the most I could have gotten is 20.
Yeah, so say 15 feet. It's good.
Because I was going to react with react, you know what I'm saying? Like my action. I was going to thunder wave, but I'm trying to figure out like where space is.
Do it!
So you are blind. You don't know. You can try to guess where Shar is.
The last time that I saw him, that's what I'm...
So you can hit the one next to you and safely not hit Shar, but if you try to hit both of them, you're probably going to hit Shar.
It centers on me.
Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, like, did you angle it? It goes out away from you. So if you tilt it towards the one next to you, you can hit just that one. But if you try to hit both of them, it's going to hit Shar as well.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. It's a con save.
Okay, for just one.
No, hit both.
Hit both.
I'm just out.
Okay,
I'm just because it's a 15-foot cube that centers on myself.
So one got a natural 20, and the other saved 2.
Yeah, I got a 19 on save.
Yeah, the one got an 18, the one got a 20.
Okay, so on a so you take half.
Yes.
God damn it!
You're struggling today.
I am struggling. All right, that is a 14.
It's a 7. What kind of damage is it? Thunder damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there was no move and half damage.
All right. And make your wisdom save.
Oh, right.
Again. It was a wisdom save, right?
13 this time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not save. You are still blinded. And it is their turn. Well, it's the other NPC's turns. So Luteo is going to rush up. Well, not rush up. Is going to actually back out of the way to try to get up to the deck, but then move out of the way because not a frontline fighter, and is going to shoot a firebolt at the one near Zem. That will hit. Okay. And again, you see this firebolt hits the one in front. Well, you don't
No,
see
she doesn't.
Zem. Shar might notice that it hits, but like again, this thing seems to be absorbing some of the energy from these strikes. Kai runs over and is actually just worried about securing the helmet right now. And that is what she's doing. Dashara is going to run over to the one near Zem and is going to take 2 swings at it and is going to hit both times. All right. And you would see that the blade that Dashara carries is this like almost like the steel looks red in color. And you're not sure if that is from the way it was forged. Was there pigment added? Is it the type of metal where it's from? But the blade is interesting. It's slightly curved, not as curved as a katana, but slightly curved at the end. And instead of coming to a point, it comes to this almost like sweeping curve, and it comes back in on itself and has almost like this dragon-like appearance.
So like a scimitar?
No, it's not. It's not that swept at the end. It's like a very straight, almost blade with just a slight curve, and then the end has like that scimitar-y feel. It looks like an elongated scimitar, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Because the blade's
Okay,
longer.
okay.
All right, but she takes a bite out of the one in front of Zem. That one is not looking good. Next up is Shar.
I mean, rinse and repeat. We're just gonna bonus action, hit the one next to Zem if we can.
Okay.
I don't know if that one's gonna hit. Hold on. 13?
That hits.
Okay. 7 force damage.
Okay.
And then 2 attacks on the one in front of me, so... Where'd you go? 14.
That hits.
And that's a natural 1.
All right, that one misses.
Okay, so first attack does 10 magical bludgeoning damage, and the other one misses.
All right. Shar, you swing out once, hitting this thing across the chest, and you go to stab forward the next time, and it grabs a hold of the end of your katana. And for a moment, you have a flashback to that night of the solstice when your last katana was broken. But this time, it just throws it back to the side, glancing off and missing. Next up is Zem.
Yeah, so I still can't see, but I can hear more people up here now. So
Thunderwave.
I'm concerned about hitting friends. So does that light thing have hands on me?
It is not touching you currently.
Okay. Man, this is difficult. Everything I have needs me to be able to see. I'm going to try to step forward with my hands outstretched. I'm taking 2 steps.
Okay.
If I touch it, because it feels weird, so I'm going to know it's not one of my people, I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp, because I have to touch it and I don't have to see.
Okay. It has not moved, so if you walk towards where it was, it will be there. So go ahead and make your attack with disadvantage.
Okay. Shocking Grasp. I make a melee spell attack, so it's okay. So with disadvantage, natural 1.
All right. You go forward, you feel this thing, and you start to discharge this electricity into it, and it manages to arrest itself from your grasp in that moment. Make your wisdom save. That's unfortunate.
My God.
It's
a 3.
Unfortunate. All right. Let's roll to see if either of them recharge. They do not. The one in front of you, Shar, is now going to burst in one of those radiant eruptions. That is a 15 to hit you.
No, it misses.
It misses, unfortunately. And the one in front of you, Zem,
Do I still have to do a wisdom save?
Yes, you do,
Okay.
sorry.
10?
You fail. You are blinded.
Yay.
The one in front of Zem erupts again. That is a 14 to hit you.
So I already
Oh, wait, no, it has advantage. It's 17 to hit you.
can't see.
Yeah. But it does damage. You didn't take damage last time because it missed. But
Oh, I see.
yeah. So
wait, so what is the eruption? Does it have a sound? Does it feel like anything? Would I know to have a reaction?
no, because I believe all of your reaction things require you to be able to see the trigger.
Okay.
So you probably do hear this like whoop 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 sound as it hits.
That's a lot of fucking dice.
It's fine. So 23 points of radiant damage. Do you resist radiant?
Yes.
So it's only 11 points of radiant damage to you. And back to the top of the round. Shar.
Why does my condition say paralyzed? Get out of here. I'm blind.
Oh, that was from the last fight we were in when you were held for the entire fight.
It was so painful. God damn it.
Jen's mad all over again.
Ugh, I couldn't do shit.
I'm going to, as an action, take the dodge action and then try to save at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You save.
I can save.
And Zem, it's your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to like grasp and
Okay.
shock.
Let's see
Talking
it.
eh.
Is that a 6 or a 9? I never fucking know. 14.
14 hits.
Yes. And that would be. I moved away because I didn't think I was gonna hit. Okay. 2d8 lightning damage. I lost one of my fucking d8s, so 14.
All right. Zem, describe what it looks like when you kill the one in front of you.
I have no
She
idea because I
doesn't
can't fucking see.
Did I do it?
Did I do it? Did I do it?
I can tell you what it feels like since I'm touching it.
Yeah,
Feels like
what does it feel
power.
like?
It feels like when sparklers hit your hand.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, like just like a lot of little like it doesn't do damage. It's just like unpleasant.
It's unpleasant. Yeah. Okay. All right. And roll me your wisdom save at the end. See if you are unblind.
No,
Nope. Still blind. Still blind. Still confused. All right. Let's see here. Mateo. That's a natural 20.
Jesus.
16.
Mateo's carrying this fight.
Dang. All right.
I'm a first year, you assholes.
So another
I mean,
lightning bolt comes out.
maybe you're two.
That actually is going to miss that one. So now everybody's converged on this last one, and you see Deshara's in there swinging. Luteo throws another firebolt. Shar.
It sounds like you're doing great.
Shar opens his eyes for the first time, realizes he's facing the wrong way.
All right.
Turns back.
The saviors of the
Saviors of the world over here.
Bonus action, he's going to attack with the spirit weapon still. That one's going to hit because that's 14 plus something.
All right.
So that is 5 force damage
All right.
with the loot. Then he's going to go up and hit it with the katana. I think that misses because that's going to be a 12.
That hits.
12 hits,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's more. So
You and these dice.
Can you read most of those?
No, that is actually.
You
hard to
didn't
read.
ask me for readability. I just picked the pretty ones.
They were
They're
pretty.
really pretty.
Okay, so
I didn't. I lost a D8.
I worked hard for that. I had to scour Gen Con for those. And then so they both hit. So that is 5 and 12 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And my mouse died, so I need to go get more batteries.
So it is. It's Zem's turn. Zem.
I can't see, so I'm just gonna go straight into the end of the turn.
Okay.
Because I can't do anything. Fucking 19.
Zem, your vision starts to come back after the worst camera flash of your life.
I'm just gonna take stock. I mean,
Yeah, you see
that's all
them
I
like
got.
office spacing this last apparition over there. And it's its turn. It does not recharge, so it is again going to just try to discharge its radiant energy and fail miserably. Shar, it is your turn.
Do I have to make another stupid ass save?
Yes, you do.
9.
Shar, you're blind again.
Oh my god.
What's happening? Oh god! Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I'm gonna take a dodge as the action
All right.
and then try to save. I do not.
Shar is also wisdom's like one of your good saves.
It is. It's also just not one of my saves.
That is fair because stupid monks.
I get strength and dex, which is kind of what I thought was more important. I was wrong.
All right, so Luteo
Carries the battle.
carries the battle, throws this firebolt at it. Even though this thing is resisting, it actually kind of, you watch it, it's almost like
No, we
when you
don't.
light a fire.
We're dead.
I know.
Nope,
Oh, you
you're
do.
blind.
I can see.
This is for the audience. Audience, what you would see if you were there and not blind is this firebolt travels inside of this apparition, and it's almost like if you've ever watched like a firecracker ignite underwater. There's like this burst of light, and then everything sort of like boils out, and this thing disapparates. But you're blind, and for a minute.
Did we
So
win?
I'm gonna say,
I can see.
oh yeah, Zem sees. Shar, you just have to ride this one out. It
Yeah,
only lasts
nope.
a minute.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to roll. Hold on. One more try. No, I'm blind. Fuck this.
Perfect. You can use them as a seeing eye dog.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
It's gone.
Deshara's like, I knew it wasn't empty out here.
I mean, the odds of it being empty in the vast endlessness of space is, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So we might actually catch something with the fishing rod.
Charlotte is still holding his katana facing the other way. Okay, guys, did we win?
I told you we were good. It was gone. It's dead.
Luteo's like, no, behind you, Shar, behind you.
Don't play with him.
He turns slowly and like stares behind directly where he was and like kind of waits.
You see this mage hand float over and tap Shar on the shoulder.
Slap him in the ass. You're opening yourself up.
He's like a
to
cat. He like
damage.
jumps up like 10 feet, like spin kicks.
You're supposed to protect your core, dummy.
Who said that?
I've been traveling with this person for a month. I don't recognize this voice.
Who are you?
Grew
people
up
wanna be
with
done
them.
this voice?
All my core memories include this person.
He's never been blinded before. It's a new experience. Instead of his other senses getting better, they got worse.
All right, well, that is where we're going to end this episode of Slay the Stars with our first space combat. When we come back, we're going to have some Space Night shenanigans. Thanks, everybody.
God damn it.
Bye.
Somnia ad astra. Thank you for listening to Slay the Stars. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome to the experience of Slay the Stars. you can visit us at slaythestars.com. Or, if you're thinking to yourself, why, I would just love to buy you a cup of coffee or tea, perhaps. Or what's that? You have another show on your Patreon? Well, by jolly, I would love that. You can head on over to patreon.com/slaythestars. You can also find the hyperlink from our website. Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.